we're going to turn our bicep. Now, part of the club movement, we rotate back and forth. This is the movement our swing is based on. As our lead bicep rotates and closes the club face. This is actually a micro movement that we're going to work on. It's really small, but it's really important. I want you to notice what happens. Roll this up so you can see it. Got my bicep here. Elbow is pointed at the target. Hand is relaxed. So is my arm. Now I'm going to roll this bicep or this elbow toward my stomach. Notice what happens to my hand. It rotated also. Do this with a club face in your club in your hand. What do you think happens? It rotates closed. This is the primary movement we use to close the club face. We're using the big muscles, which are more reliable than using your wrist and your forearms. Worse, look what happens when we just turn our wrist and our forearms. Yeah, that will close the club face, but the elbow remains pointed at the target. And as you may or may not know, leaving your elbow pointed at the target is one of the primary causes of chicken winging. Because if your elbow is at the target, you're going to hyperextend this joint, and the body, to protect itself, is going to bend it. So what you want to do, what you need to do, is turn this elbow joint towards your stomach. But since it also closes the club face, there's no reason to get these involved at all. So here's the exercise we're going to do. Like I said, it's a micro exercise, but these little exercises are the building blocks for the bigger ones. Just put your arm on your chest. You want the elbow pointing at the target. And just roll your bicep. You're using your big muscles, your shoulder, and your bicep muscles to turn. You're not, these muscles, your forearm and your hand, are completely relaxed. Just roll your elbow. Just roll your elbow down so it points at your stomach. And that's the exercise. Now that we learned the drill, let's do it. This one should go pretty quickly. Go ahead and roll your sleeve up so you can see your bicep. Bicep roll 1 through 25. So let's get to the exercises. This one should go quickly. It's a small movement, but it's an important movement. Let's roll our shirt up so you can see your elbow. It's nice and exposed. Just put it on your chest. Relax your forearm and your hand. Just roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to keep this part, the lower part of your arm, relaxed. That's important for other parts of the swing, but for this movement, we're just working with our bicep and our shoulders. We're just turning that elbow towards your stomach. Point it at the target. Point your elbow at the target, and roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to take breaks in between the movements. Even though they're small, it's still important to take that break. You'll learn them better when you take a break as you're going along. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to feel like you're turning this elbow as far as you can. Um, Remember, it's a drill. We kind of overdo things on the drill. Whenever you're in the actual event, actual golf swing, you're not going to do them nearly as well as you do in practice. So you kind of want to overdo stuff in practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a simple exercise, but it's worth doing. Elbow at the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25. Let's try it from the side here. On our chest, elbow at the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to notice how much better this actually closes the club face than trying to use your hands and your forearm. You actually have more movement with your bicep when you roll it than you do. Your hands come completely open. When you're just using your forearm, you can get it to 90 degrees, maybe a little bit more. When you use your bicep, you can turn 180 degrees. Elbow at the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, just keep your hands and forearms relaxed on here and elbow at the target and turning with your big muscles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I want you to turn this as far as you can. Turn it hard. I mean, really make a hard turn out of this. Elbow at the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it helps you to think about putting this elbow in this notch in your chest, go ahead and do that. But I don't want you to have it over here and go like this outside of you. This arm should be on your chest in the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 50. Keep this where we can see the bicep or elbow. When pointed at the target, hands relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember to take a break between each one. It's easy to rush through this particular one because it's such a small movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 65. Turn around here. Elbow toward the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elbow toward the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always make sure you take a break in between. It's easy to rush through this one. Elbow toward the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 85. Let's try an angle. Elbow toward the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, notice how much your hand turns, how much more it turns when you're using your bicep to turn it than when you're actually just trying to use your forearm in your hand. Elbow toward the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure we don't rush it, because there's 5 more. Elbow toward the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we've done 100 of that little simple movement that's going to be so important to your golf swing.